were still searching for the rainwater leaks, and I found a large puddle here on the cushion, and the floor or the deck here was a lot of water down below. That was with the tropical storm going by, so I wasn't too surprised that we'd have some water coming in around the hatch cover. But what turned out to be the issue was the screw, and that particular screw is going into the railing that holds the cabin's top slide, and it was dripping. The one on the other side, on the port side, was doing the same thing, just that one. And we know from experience it doesn't take much of a leak before you have quite a bit of water. So unfortunately I didn't have any caulking with me, so I pulled the screw out, cut off a little piece of a shish kebab stick and stuck that up in the hole, and then and screwed everything in. It's good and tight, but I don't think it's 100% here. We did have a little bit of water on the cushion on both sides, so we're going to have to look into something else. I checked the wing nuts on the ports because if they're loose, the ports will leak, but there was no indication of that at all. This was another prime area of concern. The bolts are what hold the jib tracks down, and they look like they're just fine. I didn't find any water dripping off of them or any indication of a leak, but much to my surprise, I did find that several of the bolts were not exactly tight, or at least in my opinion, not tight enough. There's a lot of pressure on this when you're sailing, of course, and there's a lot of vibration, so that's going to go on the checklist for normal maintenance, just to check them and see if that everything's all right. But no leaks there either, so we're doing good. Well, checked out the bilge with my very accurate but perhaps old-fashioned way of determining water depth, and this is bone dry. I turned the pump on, and it too was finding no water at all. That is excellent news. So we have the majority of the problem solved. It's just these little the small things that we need to worry about now. You've probably had this situation where the hole is too big for the screw and you can't get any pressure on it. This is a bamboo skewer. It's used for grilling things. However, toothpicks work, or any type of a small dowel. You've probably seen this before. It's all over the internet. And you just stick it in the hole and break it off, and then you just put in your screw. I usually like to use the hand-driven screwdriver because you get better torque and you get better control. Of course, you can use your drill if you want, but you don't strip them out this way. And there it is, and that's what I did on the Hideaway to temporarily plug the leak on the hatch top cover molding.